Hello, hello. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Everybody, can you hear me? Not for Scott says he can hear me. I'm very glad. Just checking the volumes right now before we get started. Is my mic volume okay? Is the music does it sound all right? Is it too loud? HibitBiz uses the same username. I think I recognize your name from last workshop, HibitBiz, and you as well. Not for Scott. I'm glad to see some repeat customers. Mercury Pool, music a little loud, mic is good. Okay, so I'll turn down the music a little bit. Yeah, so that hopefully that sounds a little better. All right, let's switch over to the main scene right now. Hello, everybody. If you're here for the beginner cybersecurity workshop featuring OWASP Webgoat, please type Kappa in the chat now. Capital K-A-P-P-A, just like this. Kappa's in the chat. Kappa's in the chat. This is what we like to see on Twitch. All right. Hinkle71, nice to see you, and nice to see your Kappa. Welcome everybody. We'll be getting going with the workshop in about at about 10 past. We're just waiting for some people to come in because we want to get as many people possible doing the workshop. So, I'd like to ask you all right now, how many people here have experience doing web application testing? As far as like stuff like CTFs are concerned, or any other web app testing that you might have done in the past. Moon something ghoul. I can't see the URL, HibitBiz. We have URLs disabled in the chat because people might spam malicious links. HibitBiz. So you want to go to TryHackMe, tryhackme.com/room/webgoat, just like that. Mercury Pool says only doing beginner rooms on TryHackMe. Okay. So Mercury Pool, I'm wondering which rooms you might have done on TryHackMe that have to do with web application stuff. I've done a number of them myself, so I might have done the same ones. All right. Yeah, and I'd like to take a little poll before the workshop begins as far as who is working in the information security business, cybersecurity, and who's looking at this from a student's perspective or from the perspective of another facet of IT. Yeah, what kind of stuff do you do in the IT industry, if you are doing stuff in the IT industry? Mercury Pool says that they did Linux fundamentals, network exploitation basics, web hacking fundamentals. Okay, yeah, no, that's a good set of rooms to get started. Mercury Pool, yeah. I mean, I can't say enough good things about TryHackMe. It's a very accessible and very easy to understand training platform where you can get all of your education in small little chunks. Yeah, I really like it for that. Okay, yeah, looks like we have a few more people trickling in. Not for Scott says that they are a newbie to web hacking. Tried a CTF, and epic fail. Yeah, web hacking is if you're coming at it from previously doing only like network exercises, it can be like a very it can feel very foreign. Um, I myself wasn't all that familiar with web app testing stuff until maybe a couple months ago. So I'm also fairly new to it, but I'm trying to learn as much as I can as fast as I can. TimeTrap00 says that they're a software developer and interested in learning more about security. Yeah. As time goes by, the bar to entry when doing development and knowing about how to do like secure coding, and yeah, it's gonna start going up as time goes by. So knowing the basics of this stuff is very important for developers as well. Okay, so we'll get going in a few minutes. Just maybe 4 or 5 more minutes for some more people to come in. If you are new to my cybersecurity workshops, please type PogChamp in chat. Pog, P-O-G, capital C-H-A-M-P. This is the excited face. If you're new, please type PogChamp. If you've attended one of my cybersecurity workshops before, please type in the good old Kappa emote. PogChamp. It's yeah, getting the spelling on those emotes can be kind of a Cgam. Nice to see you, Cgam. Yeah, nice to see you again. I hope you don't get too bored doing our web application workshop tonight. Kappa Kappa says hibba bits and not for Scott. Thank you very much for coming back. And you too as well, Cgam. All right, so if you have not already done so, before the workshop starts, you probably want to navigate to the TryHackMe room that we're doing tonight. It's going to be this one right here, Webgoat, and the URL for that, I'll just copy it and paste it into chat, is right there. If we'll be using the TryHackMe platform for this workshop, if you do not have an account at TryHackMe.com, you still have time to go there and register an account to join in the workshop with us tonight. But yeah, how's everybody? Oh, I guess I can take this opportunity to ask everybody. CGMH asks, do you have the materials? Yeah. If you type in !guide in the chat, you can get the guide document PDF file that we're going to be using to, and it's going to detail step by step exactly how we're going to be working through the workshop tonight. So just download that and open it. We'll be using it. We'll be sticking by it pretty closely to get through our exercises tonight. So, how many people here use TryHackMe on a regular basis? If you use TryHackMe on on a regular basis, maybe a few times a week, please type in LUL, the laughing emote. It's capital all caps LUL for that. If you use TryHackMe on a regular basis, a few times a week. If you do not, you can use the disgusted face, WUT, what face, just like that. So one of the fun things I like about using Twitch is using emotes to spice up the chat interactions a little bit. What? Right, yeah. Man, Moon. Is it Moon? Is it Moonish Ghoul? Moonish Ghoul. I have a hard time figuring out some people's users names sometimes because I can't read the the leet speak all that well. Tankle 71, PogChamp, and Fireblazer. Fireblazer says PogChamp. Don't worry about it. Just call me Alex. Well, hello, Alex. Nice to see you. All right. So it is 7:10, and we're probably getting as many of the people here as they're going to be. So let's start the workshop. Well, I always start my workshops by doing a ghetto PowerPoint presentation. And by ghetto PowerPoint presentation, I mean I'm going to drag this PDF slide, PDF slides of a PowerPoint presentation and just full screen it like that. And I'll do the proper full screen, which is, man, what is full screen? Is it Control F? No? Okay, no. We'll just go with this. Okay, so, oh no. Okay, guys. All right, so today we're doing the Beginner's Ethical Hacking Workshop featuring TryHackMe. So first I'll talk about myself. My name is Kevin, but I also go by Shyhat online. I am a student. Is it F11 for full screen on this? No. I mean, it's probably full screen on PowerPoint, the actual program, but I'm using PDF Reader right now. Okay, so I'm a student of ethical hacking. I'm currently in my second year of study for ethical hacking, related education. I'm largely self-taught, and I'm still a student. I still consider myself a student. I'm learning new skills daily. Today's topic is going to be, well, we're going to be covering the OWASP Webgoat vulnerable application, but the topic inside of there that we're going to be covering is insecure direct object references, otherwise known as IDORs. You see what I did there with the I and the door? Yeah. Us cybersecurity people are always super funny. So IDORs are a type of web application vulnerability where a low privileged user is able to directly access resources that belong to other users. And that's a very bad thing. So for example, if there is a web directory with our user profile info, which could include addresses, telephone numbers, etc., and this directory is named user-profile/user01, and we could request the page for another user directory, user-profile/user02, and access it and see their address and their telephone number, etc., then that would be a case of an IDOR vulnerability. IDOR vulnerabilities are you see them every once in a while with web applications, and they're kind of a serious problem when they do appear. So that's what we're going to be covering in today's workshop. So let's talk a little bit more about the workshop. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing an ethical hacking exercise. We're going to access the OWASP web app training app, which is called WebGoat. We're going to use the BurpSuite program to collect and manipulate web requests we make to WebGoat. And we're going to work through some IDOR related exercises in WebGoat by using the BurpSuite program. Okay, so everybody, let's get ready to start. We're going to go over to the following URL in our web browser, if we are not up there already. It's https://tryhackme.com/room/webgoat. You'll also need access to the workshop PDF guide, which is available at this URL, but you don't need to read that URL. You can just get it from the chat. I'm pasting it in the chat. You can just copy the link from there. Okay, so let's get ready to start. If you are currently at the TryHackMe website and you're logged in and you're at /room/webgoat, please type kappa kappa in the chat, just like this, to let me know that that you're there. I guess while we're waiting for people to get there, I can do a shout out for the people who have followed my channel in the last week or so. So Philly T Diva, thank you very much for following the channel. Thank you very much to Death Devil. Thank you very much to Foregathers, and thank you very much to Hinkle71. Thank you very much for following the channel, guys. Kappa kappa, guys. Cgam says, seems good. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that you guys are there. If you are having a little bit of trouble, we can wait a little bit, but please tell us in the chat, maybe by typing what face, or by just saying please wait. Either one will do. Whoops. I need to access my... Yeah, let me get that off the screen. Okay, so I think everybody's about good. So we're going to be following the steps in our PDF guide document, and right now we're going to work on part 1 of the workshop. Our workshop is going to consist of 20 parts tonight, so I hope we can work through this stuff quickly. The first thing that we want to do is we want to click on the Join Room button, or just over here, if you have not done so already. So just click on Join Room, so you can access all of the information in the room. After that, what we want to do is we want to start our virtual machines. We're going to start 2 virtual machines. One will be the server that hosts the WebGoat application, and the other one is going to be our testing virtual machine. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on the blue button right here, Start Attack Box. So click on that, and then click on the Start Machine button just over here. So you'll know that your attack box is initializing because you'll see the progress bar over here, and if you clicked on the Start Machine button over here, you'll see that there is an active machine information bar right here, which is counting down until it gives you access to the IP address of the machine. So guys, if you guys are initializing your machines, you have both this banner right here and this initialization bar right here. Please type in the chat, I'm initializing, and bonus points if you get the spelling right on the first try. Not for Scott is initializing, so is Time Trap. Okay, to Hinkle is also initializing. I'm initializing Moon Ghoul. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So we have to wait a few more seconds for this stuff to ramp up. Let's see. I guess I'll update our workshop progress. After this, we'll be working on part 2 out of 20. Okay, so let's see. Oh wait, no, that's not parts. We're not on part 2 yet. Let me go back. Okay, So everybody, we're just coming on the end of our initialization process for our attack box. Our WebGoat host server is already running for me. Anyways, so everybody, if your active machine is currently active and you see an IP address here, and your attack box desktop has initialized, please type in ready to rock in chat, just like this. Okay, CGAM is ready to rock, so is Time Trap, so is Tehinkle. Okay, not for Scott. All right, nice to see it. Let's see. Almost there, says Moon Ghoul. Okay, yeah. Well, we can wait for you for just a second. Ready, says Hibibits. All right. Okay, so you'll see here that your attack box is initialized, because you'll see the welcome screen over here. It tells you all about the stuff that you're supposed to do and not supposed to do with the attack box. To dismiss the screen, just click into the terminal window and press enter. Okay. Oh, is it Moonlit Ghoul? Is it? Yeah, no. If it's Moonlit Ghoul, then I'm happy to say that, and I'm happy that I figured it out. So everybody, so we're going to do part one. In part one, our objective is to add the target IP to the attack box host file for convenience. So we don't want to, have to keep on typing in our IP address over and over again. We're going to create an alias for it. To do that, what we're going to do is we're going to click on Moonlight Ghoul. Okay. We're gonna click on our terminal shortcut right here to open up a terminal in our attack box, and we're going to give the following command to create a shortcut for our active machine, and we're going to name it webgoat.thm. So the command is going to be echo single quote, and then our IP address. It's going to be different for you guys than it is for me. So that IP address, and then space, and then webgoat.thm, and then we're going to close that out with another single quote, space, and then greater than, we're going to append that to the file /etc/hosts. And so that's going to make it so that when we type in webgoat.thm, it actually refers to this IP address right here. So we want to press enter to confirm that, and then we're going to read the etc hosts file to make sure that it went through properly. So the output of the command is right here. We see that webgoat.thm is associated with this IP address right here, which should match the IP address that you have right there. Okay, so guys, if you got the same result when you did the cat etc/hosts command, please type hosted with a big exclamation point. CGAM says nmap. Nmap the host. Yeah, we could try nmapping the host. Yeah, if you type nmap space webgoat.thm, then you should get a response. Yeah. CGAM says he doesn't have port 8000 open. Yes, port 8000 should be open. Unfortunately, the WebGoat server is a bit slow to initialize that particular service. So we might have to wait like a minute or two before it actually comes online. But we have some other stuff to do first, so that shouldn't be too big of a problem if it's going to be a little slow. we're going to move on to part 2. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing in part 2? Part 2, maximize the attack box window. Good, good. All right, so everybody, so we're going to be working with BurpSuite tonight, and we're going to need a lot of real estate to work with. So we can maximize the attack box window desktop over here by going down to this button right here, and it says View in Full Screen. I want you to click on that, and that should open a new window with the attack box all full screened like this. Okay, so that's all you need to do in this step, guys. If you have your attack box desktop all full screened like this, please type nice and big desktop, because I want you guys to work with as much space as you possibly can. Right. Okay, guys, nice to see. We're gonna move on to part 3. And in part 3, we're going to start up our BurpSuite program. So there is actually, yeah, I'm going to allow this. This is going to let me paste to the clipboard. I'm going to say allow to that. So we can start the BurpSuite program. Mercury Pool says, would my VM be faster than the attack box? Your VM isn't. Your VM is probably going to get slower speeds connecting to the other VMs hosted on TryHackMe. So the nice thing about using the attack box is that the speeds are usually way faster when interacting with other VMs on the network. But yeah, we're going to start our BurpSuite Community Edition, and you can use this shortcut right here. So just click that, and BurpSuite will start. There's a bunch of screens that we need to skip past. So for example, here we just need to click on Next, and then we need to click on Start Burp over here. Let's see, DaraD01, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so everybody, if you've managed to open up your burp successfully, please type in chat, I burped. Not for Scott burped. DaraD, thank you very much. They say you're welcome. Thank you very much again. You guys, everybody's burping. I have no idea why this piece of software is called BurpSuite. If anybody knows why it's called BurpSuite, please tell me. Yeah. Please tell us all in the chat, because I love knowing little bits of knowledge like this. Okay, so part 4. We're gonna do part 4. And in part 4, we're going to turn off the burp intercepting proxy. So burp, when you start it by default, it's going to have an intercept running that's going to intercept any burp requests that go through it. We don't want to use that tonight, so we're going to shut it off. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go up here to the Proxy tab and click on Proxy. And then after you click on Proxy, you'll see that right here, it says Intercept is on. I want you guys to click on this and make it so that it says Intercept is off. So guys, if you manage to toggle that successfully, please type Intercept is off in chat, just so we know that, you know, that's not going to be a problem. Thanks, guys. Let's move on to part 5. We're just flying through this stuff. Okay, so in part 5, we're going to open a web browser session and navigate to the WebGoat application, then log in. So this is where we actually open up WebGoat. What we're going to do is we're going to open up a Firefox web browser. So we can see a shortcut right here or right here. So just click on one of those to open up your session. And we're going to navigate to http://webgoat :8000 :8000/webgoat with W and G and webgoat capitalized. So I'm gonna paste that into the chat. So you guys let me copy that and I'll paste it into chat. There you guys. There you go, guys. You can try copying and pasting that into your web browser. But let me just try to access this manually. So webgoat.thm :8000/webgoat, and add the trailing slash at the end. Sometimes it makes stuff work better. Unable to connect, really? Let me look at my notes and see if I made a spelling mistake. Okay, let me nmap till you see port 8000. Yeah, well, okay. Let me go to my terminal, and I'm going to nmap, and I'm going to scan port 8000. Port 8000 is closed for me. Okay, guys. Well, who managed to access the web page? Did anybody manage to access the web page? Mercury Pool did. Okay. Did I get the wrong IP address? Let me check. So 1010 for me, it's 10.10.170.117. Let me go back and check my etc hosts file. Cat etc hosts. 10.10.170.117. Let me 170.117. That that's weird. Okay. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. It's an unfortunate WebGoat. Let's scan WebGoat to 10,000 ports and see what it's serving up. Hibibit says I cannot access either with IP or URL. Huh. Yeah. Well, if you're having trouble with the URL, you could try using the IP. Let me try using the IP. Okay, so instead of WebGoat, I'll punch in 10.10.170.117 for myself, and it's http:// but yeah, guys, if you have access to WebGoat, please type in chat. I have WebGoat. Just like that. CGAM says, I think the VM starts and installs a web server and all the things, probably needs like about 10 minutes to get started. Yeah. it might be taking a little bit. Mercury Pool says it started mine before you did. I think it needs a minute. Yeah. But let's not give up on it quite yet. CCAM Edge says needs a half hour. I really hope it doesn't need a half hour, because that'd be a bit excessive. Not working for me, not for Scott. All right. Oh, okay, mine just came back. Yeah, guys, you probably need to wait, because this VM is the VM with WebGoat is kind of slow. But like if you go, we'll go back to the full screen. You can try scanning. You can try using Nmap to scan port 8000 where the WebGoat application lives. So Nmap, yeah, and just keep on trying to Nmap port 8000 on the WebGoat host. And when you see that port 8000 is open, then you'll have access to WebGoat. Okay. Midnights asks, could you literally hack into user accounts or websites from this? You mean from our attack box? No, not with our attack box. The attack boxes on TryHackMe are not connected to the internet. They're only connected to the TryHackMe network. But there are, if the TryHackMe attack box was connected to the internet, you could theoretically attack other systems on the internet using the attack box. But I strongly recommend against that, because we don't condone illegal activities here. But guys, if you have access to WebGoat, and you'll know because in your Firefox window you can see WebGoat over here when you try to navigate to it. Please type "I got the goat" in chat right here, because we really need to get the goat before we can go on with the workshop. Okay, Mercury Pool has got the goat. Hibibits says goat got me. I got the goat. I got the goat. Hibibits, do you have access to the WebGoat, or are you still having problems? CGAM's got it. Yeah. This thing is really slow to start up, but hopefully we can keep on rocking on right now. So part 5 finishes when we authenticate into WebGoat. So the username and the password for WebGoat is simply the word WebGoat. So you can log in by typing in WebGoat as the username and the password, and then click on sign in. Okay, guys. So I guess it's going to take a little while to sign in. It's doing some number crunching and calculations. Okay, guys. So if so guys, if you manage to get in, you can say I am logged in. Please type that if you're logged in. This might take a little bit to load up as well. I am logged in. Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna move on to part 6. Part 5 took a little while, but you know, sometimes stuff is slow. So we're going to activate the web proxy in Firefox. So right now BurpSuite is not connected to our Firefox web browser. We need to go up here and we need to turn on the proxy. So when we turn on the proxy for Burp, so it's going to be right over here in your Firefox window. It's called Foxy Proxy. You click on it, and then you select the burp selection right here, and then you click on that, and that means that that the proxy for BurpSuite should be enabled. Okay, guys. Yeah, so if you've got the if you've got burp running right over here, and the Foxy proxy is working, sorry, the music is still loud. Okay, let me take care of that. All right, so that is yeah. Hopefully the music is better for you now, Hippie Bits. Okay, guys. So if yeah, so if your BurpSuite Foxy proxy is working, just type in Foxy proxy in chat to let me know that it is working for you, or you know, not working, but at least you see that the icon is green over here. Foxy, nice. Okay, let's move on to we'll be moving on to part 7. And in part 7, what are we doing? We're going to navigate to the second page of HTTP basic exercises in WebGoat, then fill in the form. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to navigate to the HTTP basics page. So we're going to click on the general button in the menu over here, and then we're going to click on HTTP basics, and then we should see that the page changes over here. Okay, so basically, so this tells us how HTTP works. We're just gonna we're just gonna skip this, and we're going to move over to the second page. Yeah, we're gonna go to page 2 in the HTTP basics by clicking on the number 2 button over here. Okay. So this exercise right here is asking us to type in our name in the field box right here, and it says that after we hit go, then the web server is going to take our input and it's going to reverse the letters. So for example, my name is Kevin, so I'll just type in Kevin, and then I will click go, and then the response is the server reversed your name. Nivek. I guess that's my alien invader name or something. Let's see. But guys, if you guys got the reverse name, I guess you could say reverse the name and type that in chat, so we know we can move on to the next thing. But yeah, this is I mean, I understand that this is a bit trivial, but we're gonna be doing some more fun stuff in the next part. So let's move on to part 8. And in part 8, we're going to access exercise number 3. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on the number 3 here. And this is going to be an HTTP quiz for us. And so the question's asking, what type of HTTP command did WebGoat use for this lesson, a post or a get? Post requests are HTTP requests when you're sending information to the server, and get requests are for simply getting web page information. But we're going to assume we don't know the answer to this question, so we're just going to type in the word test in this field right here, and it's going to ask us what is the magic number. Well, we don't know what the magic number is, so we're just going to leave this blank, and then we're going to press go. So we're going to send a request to the server. We'll press go. And it says, we're close, try again. The HTTP command is incorrect. All right, but now what we can do in step 2 is we're going to access BurpSuite. So we can click on our BurpSuite shortcut right here, and we can go to, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the HTTP request that we sent to WebGoat. What we're going to do is we're going to click on Proxy. We're already here. We click on Proxy, and then we click on HTTP History, this tab right here. And then we're going to look for a post request. So we're going to sort by method. So we're going to click on the method, and then we click again, and we should see that there are three. Well, there are a few. There are a few different post requests, but we're looking for the one that's going to WebGoat HTTP basics / attack 2, and that's this one right here. So let's see. So what we can do is we can take a look at the request in the window below. So the request, we can see that the server is looking for a magic number, and the magic number is 11 for me, but for you the magic number is going to be something else. Apparently it's random, and the answer to the answer to whether it's a post request or a get request, we typed in test, so that's the value right here, and we didn't fill in any value for the magic number parameter, so it's blank right here. All right, so we know from studying this request right here that our magic number is going to be whatever the magic number appears right here, and the answer to what kind of request this is that it's a post request. So we have those two answers, so we can go and answer the exercise question. Guys, if you successfully got this information from the post request over here, please type I saw the post. And hopefully you all saw the post, and we can move on to part 9. Okay, you guys saw the post. For some reason you have no history. Oh, time trap. Okay. Time trap. If you don't have HTTP history, it might be because you didn't activate your BurpSuite Foxy proxy. So what you need to do is you need to go into Firefox, and you need to click on the Foxy proxy extension button right here, and you need to click on this button right here. That will connect your burp to the Firefox. And then what you need to do is you need to go to this page, and then you need to click on the Go button, and that should populate your HTTP history with this request right here. But yeah, give it a go. Yeah, time trap. I'm happy to help. But guys, let's answer that question. So we go back to our Firefox, and we punch in the answers that we got. So it's a post, so POST, and the magic number. For me, it's 11, but for you, it's going to be something else probably. So I see that the magic number is 11 over here, and then press go, and so the button turns green, and it says, "Congratulations, you have successfully completed the assignment." Guys, if you finished it, please type Kappa in chat to let me know that you finished, that you got this right, and we can move on to part 10. not for Scott and Mercury Pool with the kappas, hibbibits with the kappa. I love to see the kappa emotes in chat. We're moving on to part 10. In part 10, we're actually going to get to the meat of the lesson. So we're going to access the insecure direct object references, IDOR exercises in WebGoat. So from here, we want to go back to our side menu, and we want to access access control flaws. So the access control flaws button on the menu right here, and the first subheading under that should be something called insecure direct object references. So click on that. And so on the first page, it's going to give you some examples of what direct object references are, and it's going to explain about insecure direct object references. If you want to come back and read this stuff, I suggest coming back, if you're interested, coming back and exploring WebGoat some more after this workshop would be a great idea, because it's a great little training app. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to access the second exercise right here, which is number 2. So just click on that. And then we're going to authenticate into this particular part of the website. So it says here that the ID and password for this account is Tom and Cat. So in the fields right here, username Tom, and then password is cat, C-A-T, and then press submit to log in. Okay, it should say you are now logged in as Tom, please proceed. Guys, are you Tom? If you're Tom, please type in cool cat with capital C and capital C if you are Tom the Cat and you are logged in as Tom the Cat. Okay, so let's move on to part 11. Part 11 of the workshop, and in part 11 we're going to access the next exercise and make a web request, and then inspect the request in BurpSuite. Okay, so let's now that we're logged in, let's click on exercise number 3 here, just by clicking on that, and it says observing differences and behaviors. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our user information by clicking on the View Profile button. So we click on this, View Profile, and it says, it gives us a little bit of information here. It says our name is Tomcat, our color is yellow, and our size is small. Okay, so the exercise asked us, in the text input below, list the 2 attributes that are in the server's response but don't show up in the profile. Okay, so we can get this information by going to our BurpSuite. So we want to go back to our BurpSuite. So click on the BurpSuite, and then in our proxy HTTP history, we're still going to be looking for a post request. But this time the post request is going to be for /webgoat/idor/profile. So we should see it. Where is that thing? /webgoat/idor/profile. Where is it? Let's refresh this again. It's a GET request. Sorry guys. For some reason I thought it was a post request. It's a GET request. So what? Yeah, /webgoat/idor/profile. So we can sort by number, and this will sort by the order in which the request came in. So we can scroll all the way to the bottom, and then we can start scrolling up and looking for that request. It's a bit of a hunt, unfortunately. Yeah, but I see it right here. Okay. All right, so it's /webgoat /idor /profile. And so we can analyze the request in the window below. And we see that we made a GET request to /webgoat IDOR profile, and it returned some information for us. So the information that we saw in the on the web page, we saw color, we saw size, and we saw name. But there are a couple of extra attributes that it returns for us, namely this role one right here, and this user ID one right here. So that's those are the attributes that the exercise is looking for. So just remember role and user with capital ID. So guys, so if you can see this information right here, please type I see the profile in chat, so to let me know that that you guys are on the same page. And we're just going to roll into part 12. And in part 12, we're going to use the captured information to complete exercise 3. So this is, so seeing that we know that the answer is role and user ID, we're going to go back to Firefox, and right here we're going to submit those as answers. So in the field right there, so it's ROLE, role, and we're going to separate that with a comma, space, user, capital ID. And if you click on submit diffs, then it should tell you that correct, the two attributes not displayed are user ID and role. Keep those in mind. So if you got the same output, please type in chat I see the diffs, and maybe add a PogChamp to show how excited you are. Okay, so we're going to. I see the chip PogChamp. It's yeah, PogChamp. You need we need to capitalize the P and the C. But yeah. I see. Not for Scott. Thank you for making the correction. Yeah. So part 13, we're going to access exercise 4 and then determine a way to access our profile. Okay, so over in exercise 4, we're just going to click into the number 4 there. And let's see. So the exercise, they're asking us to view our profile another way. So the application we are working with seems to follow a RESTful pattern so far as the profile goes. Many apps have roles in which an elevated user may access the content of another. In that case, just /profile won't work since the own user's session /authentication data won't tell us whose profile they want to view. So what do you think is a likely pattern to view your own profile explicitly using a direct object reference? Okay, so if we're looking at the WebGoat directory, so we're looking at WebGoat, and maybe we want to access our profile. So profile is probably a good hint, but we're also in the IDOR section. So so this section is called IDOR. and we want to access the profile, right? So if we want to view our own profile, what do you think would follow after profile in this directory list? If your answer was our Lava EP says username, not quite the username, but usually it wants something that's that follows numerical pattern. So it probably uses our user ID. So do you remember the user ID? Actually, are we looking for? Yeah, we're looking for our own user ID. So let's go back into BurpSuite, and we're still looking at the same request, right? So we see that our user ID is this number right here. So the number is going to be 234232384. Right. So we're going to submit this as the answer. Wait. we're not going to answer it quite yet. We're going to come right up into this point, and then we're going to test our hypothesis in the next part. So guys, if you managed to get this far, please type "let's get on with it" in chat right here. So let's move on to part 14. So we're going to use this as the final part of the answer to finish the exercise. I think we can copy this. So just Control C, and then we go back to Firefox, and then here in the answer window we're going to paste that. Nope, no we're not. But we can just type it in 2342384, and then we'll give a trailing slash. And then we're going to click submit, and it says, congratulations, you have used the alternate URL/root to view your own profile. Okay, so guys, if you manage to successfully answer the question and make the 4 turn green, then what do we say? Well, we can just say Webgoat exclamation point, and then we can move on to part 15. So guys, so we see that we can access our user profile directly by giving that particular URL with our user ID number, and submitting that to the app. But we're gonna go one step further in our last exercise for the night, and that's going to be exercise 5. So just please click on exercise 5, and let's see, we're doing part 15, right? Yeah, okay. In part 15, we're going to access exercise 5 and make a request for the user profile, and then find the request in Burp and send it to the repeater tool. Okay, guys, so right here, the Webgoat is asking us to view another profile. So view someone else's profile by using the alternate path you have already used to view your own profile. Use the View Profile button and intercept modify the request to view another profile. Alternatively, you may also just be able to use a manual GET request with your browser. So we're going to click on this View Profile button right here, and it should make a request to get a user profile. So we're going to click on that, and then we're going to look for this request with BurpSuite. So after we click on View Profile, we go back to our BurpSuite, and we're going to look for, let's see, we're going to go back into our proxy HTTP history, and we're going to look for a certain status code. So this status code didn't come back properly. And so after we go back up to the top, we go up to the top of these requests, and what just happened? Sorry guys, I'm having a... Okay, let's look for it sequentially. So we're gonna go back to this one, and then we're gonna scroll to the bottom. We're gonna look for the request. It would have been... These requests are coming in thick and... Sorry guys. Actually, this is what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to go back into Firefox, and then we're going to click on the View Profile button one more time, and then we're going to go to BurpSuite, and then we're going to go to the bottom, and wait, why is this out of order? It's this one right here with the status 500. So status 500, and it's going to be /webgoat /IDOR /profile, but it's going to request a user ID, but it's not a valid user ID. So we got an internal server error, which is status 500. If you manage to click on this, please type I got the request. I got the 500 request. So after we manage to find this this request right here, we're going to right click on it. So right click on the request, and then we're going to send it to the Burp Repeater. So the Burp Repeater is a special tool that lets us replay a request. So click on Send a Repeater, and then you should see the Repeater tab lights up like this, and we're going to click into the repeater here, and we see our request is ready with the request, but it hasn't been sent, so there's no response. Okay guys, if you've managed to send the request to the repeater, please type I'm repeating myself in chat, just like this. LaVP is repeating. Not for Scott is also repeating. But yeah, guys, if you're having problems finding the request, one more time, you can go to the proxy, and then the proxy tab, and then the HTTP history tab. You should be able to find it by looking for status 500. So if you just click on status and then go up to the top, it's a status 500. Why is it not there? Let me go to the bottom then. Okay, so after all the status 200s, there's one single status 500 and then a bunch of other non-status ones. Is there a better way to filter out the telemetry? I haven't... actually, wait. You could try... Yeah, you can try filtering... There's a filter bar right here. Dang. I didn't notice this before. But you could try filtering out by typing in the number 500. Show... Let's see. So filter by status code. So if we're only looking for 500 and apply, then we should only get the 500s up at the top over here. But let's not mess around with that with the filter too much right now. We'll just reset it, and remember that it's there for next time. So, guys, we're doing part 16. Are we doing part 16? Yes, let's do that. And in part 16, we're going to retrieve our user info, then prepare to fuzz the app. So in the Burp Repeater tab, so in the Repeater tab over here, you should have your request ready. What we can do is we can, after the slash profile, we can replace this with not this thing right here, but we can replace it with the user ID number for our own user, which we know is 2342384. So it's going to be 2342384, and I'll just paste this in the chat so you guys can use it for yourselves. So when we send this GET request, the response should be our user profile, but we'll see that that it's it's saying that this isn't the user profile that we want to access. What the exercise wants us to access is another user's profile information. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a fun little fuzzing attack with BurpSuite to scan a couple of adjacent user profile numbers. But is that part of part 15? Wait, I'm on part 16. Hold on, guys. Yes. Okay, so in part 16, we're going to get ready to fuzz the app. What we're going to do is this request right here, we're going to right-click on it. So we right-click this, and we're going to send this to the Burp Intruder. The Burp Intruder allows us to do like brute force attacks. So we're going to click on Send to Intruder, and then we're going to click on the Intruder tab. And let's see, we clicked on the Intruder tab, Send to Intruder. We're going to click on Positions now. We're going to click on the Positions tab. So this is our web request. What we want to do is we want to send requests that include 2342338 and then 123456789 to see if there are any other users that are in the vicinity. So to do the attack, first we need to clear all of the parameters with this clear button over here. So click on clear, and then we're going to highlight the number 4 at the end. So highlight the number 4 at the end because that's the variable that we're going to be fuzzing. So we're going to click on add. So after we have this highlighted, we click on add, and that's going to add that as the variable for the attack. And then we're going to click on payloads. So this is where we tell Burp what we want to put in the place of this number 4. So payloads, and the payload type over here, we're going to set that as numbers. So set that as numbers. And in the number range, block right here, we're going to do from 0 to 9, and we're going to step it up by 1 each time. Okay, so this is these are the parameters that we want to do. Okay, guys, if you've managed to get this far, you have these numbers set up, and you have the position set up so that the number 4 over here is highlighted with the little squiggly brackets right here. Please type "ready to attack" in chat right now. How much time do we have? We have 38. That can't be right. I think we should have been working at this longer than that. Okay, ready to attack? Ready? Okay. So guys, so if this is highlighted right here and the payload is sequential 091 right here, press attack, start attack right over here, and it'll say that this is going to be slow, but we're not sending that many payloads, so it doesn't matter. Say okay. So this brute force attack, this intruder attack, is going to brute force all of that single digit from at the end of the user ID number from 0 to 9, and we see that payload number 4, which is our original user number, that was correct, that was valid, status 200, and number 8 was also valid, status 200. Okay, so that was all of part 17. Guys, if you got the same results from your intruder attack, please type intruder in chat right now, and maybe LUL because it's funny. Okay, so guys, let's in part 18, let's let me set this up. Part 18. Did anybody have a problem getting this kind of output from your intruder attack? Because I don't want to leave anybody behind. So you should have gotten, like, you've gotten 10 requests. 11 requests, and you should get one status 200 and another status 200, and specifically number 8 should be a status 200. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this request to our browser. So this one right here, this intruder request right here. So click on it, and then in the request window below, we right-click on that, and then we're going to choose this selection right here, Show Response in Browser. So when we click this, we can copy this URL. Okay, so click on copy, and then we're going to go back to our Firefox. We're going to open a new tab. And we're going to put it in there. And then we're going to press enter on that. So this isn't the regular interface for Webgoat, because we're reading JSON data. So it says lesson completed, true, feedback, well done, you found someone else's profile, and then we see the JSON information for the other user. We see that their roll number is 3, their color is brown, their size is large, their name is Buffalo Bill, and their user ID is this number right here. Guys, if you manage to find Buffalo Bill's JSON data just like this, please say Buffalo Bill in chat, and let's add a funky emote to that. We'll say PodJam. Just like that. So if you go back to the Webgoat page, you should see that number 5 has the button has turned green. But wait, we're going to do one more manipulation inside of BurpSuite to finish off the insecure direct object references exercises tonight. So the last thing it says right here is edit another profile, and let me change, we're doing part 19 now. So older apps may follow different patterns, but RESTful apps, which is what's going on here, often just change methods and include a body or not to perform different functions. Use that knowledge to take the same base request, change its method, path, and body payload to modify another user's, Buffalo Bill's, profile. change the role to something lower, since higher privilege roles and users are usually lower numbers, and also change the user's color to red. So the last exercise for tonight is we're going to change Buffalo Bill's user profile information by using an IDOR vulnerability in the app. We're going to be doing part 19 of the workshop, and here we go. So in part 19, we're going to edit the profile of the user we just found in part 18. That is the user Buffalo Bill, as indicated here. The exercise wants us to change the information for the user Buffalo Bill using the information that we have. We want to change the profile for Buffalo Bill as follows. We're going to change their role to something lower, since higher privilege roles and users are usually lower numbers. And we're also going to change the user's color to red. Okay, so if we remember from last time, in BurpSuite, we had this successful request right here in the intruder, as part of the intruder attack. And so we requested this particular payload, which returned the response, which was Buffalo Bill's user information. So we see that their role is number 3, their color is brown, their size is large, their name is Buffalo Bill, and their user ID is 2342388. Okay, what we want to do is we want to send this request to the Burp Repeater. So we're going to right-click on the request inside of the intruder attack window, and we're going to click on Send to Repeater. That will send it to the Burp Repeater, and then from there we can click on the Burp Repeater tab just over here, and we see we have the request right here. Okay, so we're going to modify the request in the following ways. First of all, to overwrite the information, we're not going to use a GET request. Instead, we're going to use a PUT request. So we're going to highlight this. We're going to replace GET with PUT. Okay. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to replace the content type. Since we're going to be sending JSON information to the server, we can't list our content type as application www form URL encoded. Instead, we're going to be listing our content type as application slash JSON, and then semicolon, and then we're going to get rid of this. We're going to use the same character set, so this content type has to be changed like this. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is at the bottom of the request here, we're going to include what we want to send to the server to overwrite Buffalo Bill's user information. So what we want to do is we want to send JSON information, which takes a very specific format. So we're going to encase everything in these curly brackets. Okay, the first thing we want to change is the user role. So we're going to do double quote, role double quote, :1, and then comma, space, and then we can do the second piece of information, which is color. So double quotes color, double quotes :, double quotes red, double quotes, and then comma for the next piece of information, which is size, double quotes size, double quotes, :, and then it's going to be size large, In that case, it's double colon, large double colon, and then comma, space, and the next piece of information is the name, double colon, name, double colon, colon, double, man, did I say double colon all this time? I meant double quote. Double colon isn't a thing. Sorry, guys. Anyways, so it's double quote, Buffalo Bill, CGAM, hello, yes, yeah, I'm finishing the lab from last night. It's just going to be me speed running this so I can attach it to the YouTube video that I'm going to be putting up. You're free to observe if you like. We're just doing the very last part of the workshop here. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. Okay, so right here, the name is Buffalo Bill, and then we're gonna close it out with double quotes, and then the last piece of information that we're going to send is the user ID number. So it's double quotes, user, capital ID, double quote, colon, and then the number, which is 234-32388. Okay, so this should be all the information you want to send to the server as far as the JSON information is concerned. So we'll send this to the server and we should get a good response back. So let's click on send and see what it says. Okay, so the response is HTTP 200. This also comes back as JSON data, and it says lesson completed, true, feedback, well done, you've modified someone else's profile, and we see the information that we sent to the server over here. Okay, so that concludes the last step of the workshop. Let's recap. Let's recap what we did tonight with my scuffed PDF, sorry, PowerPoint presentation. So in summary, so we started up the BurpSuite program to intercept web requests, and we also logged into the web app, Webgoat app. We worked through the exercises involving web request enumeration, modification, and replay. And we took advantage of the web app with IDOR vulnerability to access and change another user's account. So guys, if you want to finish the exercise properly, you can probably go back to it tomorrow, because by tomorrow then your attack box time will have reset and you get another hour with it. So you can go back to, if you want, you can go back to it, start up the attack box, and load up the Webgoat room again, and continue on with the exercise. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions about BurpSuite, about any of the things that we were doing tonight, about IDORs, or about cybersecurity in general, yeah, feel free to ask your questions in chat now. I'll try to answer them the best I can. But keep in mind that I'm still relatively new to the industry myself. Let's see, so where do I continue from here? Where can I find more educational resources? Ask your questions now. But first, let's do a upvote. Let's show our love to the maker of the Webgoat room here. We can do that inside of the Webgoat page, and you have a thumbs up and a thumbs down, so I'm going to give this a thumbs up, because we learned some stuff from using this room. Cyanide says, I strongly recommend installing a Kali virtual machine. You won't need to rely on their attack box anymore. Cyanide, you are correct. Yeah, if you have your own Kali virtual machine, then you'll be able to use the room exercises in TryHackMe without having to worry about the 1 hour time limit. I decided to use the attack box on TryHackMe because it's something that everybody has access to, and that way like even people who are new can participate in the workshop. But thank you for your suggestion, Cyanide. Yeah, yeah. So after we upvote this, then I would like to point you guys to the DEF CON, the meetup DEF CON 604 page. If you guys found this workshop through the meetup page with the DC 604, then you already know that this is a great place to see other like cybersecurity events. My own event is right here, and we also do a monthly meetup where we talk about different cybersecurity topics. This month we have Tracelab's OSINT CTF. That sounds like a lot of fun. I hope you guys go and attend that. It's going to be on August 26th. Let's see what else. Guys, if you enjoyed tonight's workshop, you can always give me a follow on Twitch. Yeah, it really helps people discover the channel. Thank you very much to Dara D for following, and to Time Trap for following, and to Cyanide for following. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so I hope you had I hope you learned something some new skills tonight from the workshop. If you enjoyed it, I'll probably be doing another workshop on cybersecurity and trying to keep it beginner friendly in another couple of weeks. That means that it's probably going to be happening on August 28th. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in attending more cybersecurity workshops. Hibibits asks, will this be loaded in your YouTube channel? Uploaded? Oh, right. Yeah, I usually try to upload the video on demand for previous workshops on my YouTube channel, which is located right here. You can take a look at all of my previous workshops on the YouTube channel, and you can also find the videos for previous workshops on this Twitch page under videos, which might be a little bit more easy to follow along with, because you can see the chat messages, yeah, alongside of the video, which can help a lot sometimes. But yeah. Thank you very much for attending, everybody. Let's give a shout out to all the awesome people who are still here. Thank you very much, CA29, CGAM, Commander Root, Have This, Hibbits, Lavip, Moonlight Ghoul, MX something, Not for Scott, Very Rye, I still like that username, and Vink. Thank you very much for sticking it out. Yeah, thank you for everybody for coming tonight. Not for Scott asks if I wanted to try TryHackMe on my own. Are there other helpful walkthrough docs? Well, if you go to any of my previous workshops, on the YouTube page, there'll usually be a link to my guide PDF file that we use for that workshop in the description for that video. You can access that PDF, and it is a walkthrough for that particular room. If not, there are a lot of other walkthroughs for each TryHackMe room, usually written by very skilled cybersecurity students and professionals. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get into, and you don't have to worry about getting stuck, because there are usually guides written for each one of those TryHackMe rooms. Yeah, but I wish you luck, and great success if you go into like studying TryHackMe stuff on your own. But yeah. LoveUp says, thank you for the effort and dedication. Well, thank you very much, LoveUp, for coming to attend my workshop. I mean, I love teaching. I love sharing knowledge, and you know, I learn a lot by writing this stuff, and sometimes, you know, I suffer a little bit with technical difficulties while doing these workshops, and that's just part of the fun learning process. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with me and you know, doing the workshop with me. And yeah, I'll see you in a couple weeks. But